The revenge of millions of goldfish ruthlessly flushed down the toilet. I don't feel right putting it back in a glass bowl. Why don't you sit on it? You're having a lot of fun in there, right, little one? Can you be more specific? Definitely unlikely. I don't think it would be enough. I need something more powerful. Why should I? I don't follow. If I still had the skin. What are you doing locked in here?
I'm enjoying some well-earned rest. I work as a security guard at the City Museum, so situations like this don't come around that often. Luckily, Ralph, my cousin, hates Halloween and offered to cover for me.
A security guard for the museum is really necessary on Halloween night?
That's what I told the union. But do you think they listened? Anyway, take this. To repay the favor of the bubble bath. It's a bit wet.
I don't even want to know where you kept it.
The museum is closed to the public, but you can enter with this pass if you find yourself in that area. If you go, let me know if that midget has everything under control.
A pass to access the City Museum. Only thing missing was the poser dinosaurs. Accept defeat, Rex. You can never compete in a race with the Velociraptors. Winter is coming. Isn't it a bit dishonorable for a knight to keep a shawl on its shoulders?
Do you have any idea how cold it is in this tin box? I am almost 1,000 years old now. I must think about how to protect my bones, too.
Isn't it time that you retire after all these years?
I'd like that. Believe me, I'd like that very much. But unfortunately, the Duke has never paid for my honored services.
I never knew David Bowie recruited knights.
I'm not talking about the thin white Duke, but about the black Duke.
Ah, I see. Not a bad neck warmer at all. Expect something like this inside my next gift bag. Why would I need a facehugger when I've already got you perpetually breathing down my neck? I doubt you'd be able to cling to a big head like mine.
What do you want?
Do you like being a night watchman?
I'm filling in for my cousin, just for tonight.
Yes, he told me.
So you probably know I accepted because I hate Halloween. It gets on my nerves.
What kind of childhood trauma did you suffer to have such an aversion?
Once a guy slammed a gigantic pumpkin right on my head. It took 4 days before doctors could get me out of it.
Maybe that chair is a bit too high for you.
And to think it was the smallest one I could lay my hands on.
I suppose you needed a ladder to sit on it.
At least I can easily get to the console this way.
What about that heart rate monitor?
I'm a heart patient. I need it to check my pulse.
Maybe if you didn't drink so much coffee.
That's easy for you to say. Night shifts here are deadly boring.
Small, chubby, and a heart patient. Is there anything else?
Your sarcasm leaves me completely indifferent. You have the reigning national champion of the insult contest in front of you, in case you didn't know.
Nobody and nothing can beat my sharp tongue.
Show me then.
Do your parents have full-sized kids too?
Attacking my height. You can't think of something new?
You will never be half the guard your cousin is, that's for sure.
That's more than I can endure.
You'll end up with bad posture if you stay so long in this place.
Anything's better than the sight of your ugly face.
From the look of things, the pumpkin shape on your skull is still visible.
The pain it causes me to talk of that fruit makes me miserable.
Behind you! An aortic dissection!
Right in the chest with surgical perfection.
In my excitement of Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, I couldn't stay in my seat.
My asthma! I can't breathe!
Perhaps your heart has been pierced by Cupid's arrow.
Just my luck he'd hit a target that narrow.
Your Netflix subscription has been hacked. I warned you, but you wouldn't listen. It seems to me he's short of breath. A bit of lateral thinking surely doesn't hurt, but here we're getting into nonsense. Nothing to report from ancient Egypt. The Drakkar sailing is proceeding smoothly. The soldiers are still operational and in action. Everything's fine in the botany room. No sign of any visitors. The T-Rex keeps going with his training. I don't want to be a know-it-all, but I remember these were used by the Native Americans, not by Egyptians. Perhaps it's the very last thing I need. Unfortunately, since I'm dead, I've completely lost the ability to dream during sleep. Clean slate. It certainly cannot be said she doesn't know how to sit on that throne. You look like you're waiting for someone.
I'm waiting for one of my countless suitors to get the nerve to come forward.
What would keep them from doing it?
Exactly what I've been asking myself. I'm afraid everybody is too scared of my beauty.
The burden of being so beautiful, yes. What should this mythical Prince Charming be like?
For centuries now, I've been waiting. We queens too have certain needs to satisfy. I just want to find a good mummy to spend the rest of infinity with.
That shouldn't be so difficult after all.
Don't rub it in.
What happened to the pharaoh?
The servants found him dead, poisoned by the bite of a snake. I remember I was so angry with him. Not that the two things were connected, obviously.
Of course, of course. I have a dilemma.
Don't you think you're too young?
What?
You can't be more than 15. Well, it's true that my beauty transcends age after all.
Actually, I didn't want to hit on you.
Do you think I'm not attractive enough?
No, absolutely, you are. I didn't mean to.
You better.
I'll leave you to your undertakings, my queen. It's never a good idea to antagonize a queen. It's always a pleasure to see you. Quite a nice place you got here for a barbecue with family. Oh, sorry. I had no idea. And yet I can't imagine that an attractive mummy like you... Don't beat yourself up. I'm sure you'll find your soulmate. You just have to be patient. Now, I really have to go, Mr. Silence. Druidic potions, basically the equivalent of modern homeopathy. It's a case of a completely useless object. It's a real shame this is just a reproduction. I could justify such an action only if you show me you're on hallucinogens. The Hammer of Thor, the god of thunder and lightning, as well as the public face of a hair product line. Maybe I might have the courage, but I for sure don't have the pure soul needed to lift it. Does it look like I wear a Stars and Stripes costume? With such threatening bows, I can only imagine the effect it would have to face them on the high seas. If I just had some extra space in the wardrobe. The Norman people were fascinating, but I'm afraid we're out of time.
In contrast to popular belief, the Vikings weren't just a wild and savage people. Besides being great explorers and naval engineers, Vikings were gifted in jewelry and in the art of commerce. Furthermore, the women were more liberated and independent compared to their European counterparts. Vikings really cared about their personal care. They had a sauna once a week. They removed unwanted hair and used iron sticks to clean their ears. There were no ranks or grades. The commander was the captain of the ship. Warriors could either be common citizens or professionals. Among these combatants were the Berserkers, warriors sworn to the supreme god of war, Odin. Legend told that they were invulnerable. It is believed they consumed a specific drug made by alcohol, jalapeno, and the green secretion of the evil egg, one of the most lethal mushrooms in the wild. Different from other populations, the Egyptians were perhaps the best known among historic civilizations. To avoid being redundant, we'll examine some of their false myths to offer some clarity. Tutankhamun, one of the most famous Egyptian pharaohs, actually reigned only 10 years and died at the age of 18. What made him famous is the myth of the curse linked to desecrating his grave. Lord Carnarvon, financier of his expedition, died 1 year before the discovery of King Tut's grave, while actually the average lifespan of Carter and all the other archaeologists was around 70 years. Also fake is the myth about the construction of pyramids. They were not built by slaves, but by paid workers. Since there was no currency, workers were paid with barter, especially bread and beer. Fantastic people, aren't they?
Hey, Ralph, what's new? Ralph, I can't hear you when you talk so quietly. Hey, Ralph, what's new? Ralph, I can't hear you when you talk so quietly. Hey, Ralph, what's new? Ralph, I can't hear you when you talk so quietly. One of the first ticking bomb models. I suppose the percentage of severed limbs caused by the early explosion of hand grenades has drastically declined since their invention. I may have put the guard out of the game, but I remind you that the area is still watched by cameras. When I was young, I always dreamed of having one of these all of my own. And I still dream it now that there's one in front of me. It could even work, if it weren't so idiotic. The use of the mouse is not meant for actions like this. Unfortunately, the only thing I could realistically take here is that bouquet, and I will not do it. I'm afraid it's just a showpiece. They'll have only left the external bodywork and very little else on the inside. Surely the rodeo act that's both most amazing and inappropriate of all time. If I were you, I wouldn't make fun of that missile. That big Nazi of a doctor is still giving thanks. Monkeys are always so adorably irreverent. Don't even think about starting some strange snowball battle, I warn you. Smooched by hundreds of ugly spinsters because of a ridiculous fairy tale. Man, I don't envy that guy at all. Hello, my baby, hello, my honey, hello, my ragtime gal. No, right?
Though the plant kingdom can seem harmless, there's an incredible variety of ways it could lead to your demise. In the Renaissance era, belladonna was used by ladies as eye drops to give a certain shine to their eyes, but its berries are potentially lethal. The oleander, one of the most common flowering plant species in the Mediterranean area, is poisonous enough to be avoided instinctively by the whole plant kingdom. Beware the classic health axiom of an apple a day. The seeds, if ingested in large quantities, can actually cause death. In short, if you're vegetarian or vegan, your days are numbered. Eat meat. Though, come to think of it, meat causes cancer. You all die. The reasons leading to the outbreak of the Second World War are various and complex. The conflict lasted for 6 years, from 1939 to 1945. The parties involved and battlegrounds fought were numerous too. After all, they called it a world war for a good reason. Therefore, what we propose today is a brief, intense, and pragmatic summary of the entire conflict.
Funny.
I got a D in history in junior high, so go easy on me.
It's a trap!
Sorry guys, but I can't fill my sweater with thorns. Hey Ralph, what's new? Ralph, I can't hear you when you talk so quietly. I warned you, but you wouldn't listen. The T-Rex keeps going with his training. No sign of any visitors. Using everything with everything won't work in this adventure game. There are just a few drops left. And this would be the best you can do? Grandma, 2 kids are out here making fun of me.
Is someone being mean to my little Ronnie? Brats. Don't worry, honey. Now Grandma will take care of them. You should have seen their faces.
Next time, those 2 will think twice before crossing Skinny. I hoped they would leave some candy behind, but I'll make do with just the fireworks. It could even work, if it weren't so idiotic. A bit of lateral thinking surely doesn't hurt, but here we're getting into nonsense. You do it. Better not. It's not the best subject, but still better than taking pictures of the food. I have a letter from Mr. Silence.
What a sweet little wrapped fluffy. Yes, I think I'll accept his proposal. Let's just skip the small talk and the engagement ring. I have no time to waste. Did you bring the wedding rings?
I have the wedding rings with me, my queen.
What are you standing there for? Find us a priest to perform our wedding ceremony.
Actually, I think I've already done more than enough.
It's an order! We're having the ceremony over at the meteor at the Roswell Lake. What a romantic place. Now go. I have to get ready.
A device that dates back to the Second World War. Obviously, it's been defused for security reasons. First of all, we extract the gunpowder. And now... let's just hope nobody will mistake me for a kamikaze. It's best not to get involved in certain private business. I'm noticing a suspicious resemblance. It's green paint, okay? I forgot to specify that I wouldn't have picked it in any case. Even if I'm now dead, I still don't feel it would be wise to stain my criminal record. How are the preparations going?
Damned if we aren't on the brink of becoming filthy rich!
I'll leave you to your work.
As you know, crime never sleeps.
"28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds.
Nope. Everyone has a good plan, which will not work. I feel a strange energy which compels me to do things I don't want to do, but I'll resist.